What up to all my thugs, nerds, freaks, and geeks? You're now rocking with the best of Don Tony Teflon. And if you can, please subscribe and click that bell so you can be notified every time I drop a new video. Now, the HBO fantasy drama known as House of the Dragon has just announced 7 more cast members, including confirming the previous rumored casting of the Scottish actor Graham McTavish. Now, we have told you who he was playing, and we were right. So if you look back at that last video, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. But we'll talk about in this video also. Also, I have to say, among newly casted people is a British actor, Jefferson Hall, who is playing 2 different characters. Now, if you're aware what House of the Dragon in that time period, then I think you can guess who this person is playing. Who are both of these plays, and why does one actor play 2 parts? We will tell you in this video, or I will tell you in this video. But if that man's name does sound familiar to you and you're Game of Thrones fans, it should, because he was in Game of Thrones. Not a huge part, no pun intended, but a little part, a memorable part, when he played Hugh of the Vale. You know, if you know exactly who Hugh of the Vale is, he is the guy who got killed by the first original Mountain, and then the Mountain got into a fight with the Hound. That's that. They also have announced details and descriptions of some of these characters. So without further ado, I know why you're here. You want to know who these people are, who they are playing. I'm going to tell you right now. Let's get to it. Ryan Corr as Sir Harwin Breakbones Strong. Breakbones Harwin is said to be the strongest man in the 7 kingdoms. Sir Harwin is the eldest son to Master of Laws Lionel Strauss and the heir to Harrenhal. Now, the person we just talked about before, Jefferson Hall, he is playing Jason Lannister, and he is the Lord of Casterly Rock and twin to Sir Tyland Lannister. So that is why he's playing 2 different characters. He is playing twins. I'm sure a lot of you people who are already familiar with this series realize that. We have David Horovitch as Grand Maester Mellos, a voice of reason and trusted advisor to the King Viserys. As we known before, as we predicted, we have Graham McTavish as Sir Harold Westerling. Sir Harold has served the King's Guard since the days of King Jaehaerys, and he is a paragon of chivalry and honor. We get Matthew Needham as Larys Strongs, the younger son of Master of Laws Lionel Strong, brought to court by his father. We get Bill Paterson as Lord Lyman Beesbury, Lord of Honeyholt, and holds the position on the council as Master of Coin to King Viserys. We have Gavin Spokes as Lord Lionel Strong. He holds the position of Master of Laws on the small council, and he is the Lord of Harrenhal. Now, those are all of the new people, but if you weren't familiar with all the old casting, let's go through them all real quick for you. Paddy Considine as King Viserys Targaryens, Olivia Cooke as Alicent Hightower, Emma Darcy as Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen, Matt Smith as Prince Daemon Targaryen, Steve Toussaint as Lord Corlys Velaryon the Sea Snake, Ryan Ifans as Otto Hightower, Eva Best as Princess Rhaenys Velaryon, Sonia Minsu as Mysaria, Fabian Frankel as Sir Criston Cole. These are the people that we know. Now, you may have said, hey, there are other characters, how come they have not been casted? Understand that this is only season 1. Not everybody from the story will be casted in season 1. We also have some other breaking news that during a podcast, The Stuff for Dreams Are Made Of, George R.R. Martin went on there and he said that House of the Dragon will have 17 dragons. Now, in the books, there are 18 dragons at the start of the Dance of Dragons, what this is based on, but he said there will be 17 of them in this show. When asked if there was something about the upcoming series he was particularly excited about, the author says this story was always his favorite and he's looking forward to seeing it brought to life. More specifically though, he's excited to see a higher volume of dragons. And I did a video a while back why House of the Dragon will be better than Game of Thrones, and one of my highest points was there are a whole bunch of dragons. People who are fans of dragons and seeing dragons, you are about to see as many dragons as you can dream of all on screen at one time. Now, quoting George R.R. Martin directly from this podcast, he said, "I've always thought this was a cool story. It's one I like. So I'm looking forward to seeing it come alive on screen. And of course, I'm looking forward to the dragons. Obviously, I love dragons. We had 3 of them in Game of Thrones, but now we got like 17 of them. And hopefully they'll each have their own personalities. They'll be instantly recognizable when you see them, the colors, and beyond that, because the dragons do have personalities in the books, and it'll be great to see that come alive. And the dragon riders, that's all pretty cool." I agree with him 100%. I hope that they do have personalities. And see, this is what you get when you have the person who wrote the story directly involved in this situation. He wants to see his book come alive. Everything that we all fell in love with, which mostly was a lot of dragons, he wants to see all that come alive, as do I. I wish to see the dragons come alive and everything else go alive like that. I want to see them with personalities. I want to see the dragon fire, the color of their scales like it's supposed to be. So when they shoot, you have yellow scales. I want to see yellow and black fire come out that mouth. I just don't want to see regular fire. I want to see all of that go down. That's what I'm looking forward to. And because we have George R.R. Martin working on it, I think it's a good chance we get it. Now, you know, before this, they also had a show called Blood Moon. They shot the pilot for it, but it was never picked up. And George R.R. Martin, he put a little bit of the tea, spilled a little tea on this situation, saying that there were a number of shows that were in development at the time, most of them put together by writers that HBO hired, who had never really read my books. And we're getting into this. I didn't want that anymore. He was impressed with House of the Dragon co-creator Ryan Corr's familiarity with his work, and this is why he's not even claiming that he had anything to do with Blood Moon. See, this is what he's doing. He's throwing shade at Dave and Dan, who claim they read the books, but really, I don't think they read all the books, just some of the books, and just really the cliff notes of them. And he wants his books to be adapted the way they're supposed to be, not other people's opinions, not them trying to put a special twist on it like Dan and Dave did. He wants them to do exactly what he has written. And I, for one, and I'm telling you, I'm going out on a limb. I told you this before when it jumped off. Prequel shows do not have a lot of chance to be better than the main spin-off shows. I went through a whole bunch of spin-off shows, and I showed you before in the previous video how most of them were not successful, how most of them were not as good as the show that we all came to love. But in this situation, I think if done right, this definitely has a chance to surpass Game of Thrones. It's got more intrigue, right? That's number one. It's got more goddamn dragons. And listen, go. In fact, instead of me just spelling this out, go look at my video. I have the video up there why this will be better than Game of Thrones. I'll put the link in the description so you can find it pretty easy. But I'm telling you, I think this truly has a chance. Not because I want it to be, even though I do. But I really think that it has a great chance of being better. Now, if y'all are wondering where I've been, let's go into a little bit. My computer had broke down. I had to hook up this new computer. So this is a whole new setup for me right now. Please let me know if you enjoy the audio quality, if it's better, if it's worse. Let me know you know, if you like the way the videos look on this, is it better? Is it worse? This is all a new setup for me right now. I'm just trying to get it all. It's not 100% done, so please bear with me. If you've been waiting for other videos like Evil, I know I've missed a couple of episodes. That's because of the whole computer situation, but I'm just about set up right now, so we're going to be trying to push out as many videos as we can. Thank you for sticking around, and thank you for your support. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm, and as always, subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.